Knight Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist. Michael Knight, a young loner on a crusade to champion the cause of the innocent, the helpless, the powerless, in a world of criminals who operate above the law.
Welcome to the Daily Addictions channel. I am Joseph F. Ulsis, Addiction Master on most social media, and as you can guess, I'm going to be talking about Knight Rider. This TV show came at the perfect time for me. It came out in 1982, ran to 1986, 4 seasons, and it had a kind of a spin-off here and there throughout the years. There was Knight Rider 2000, Knight Rider 2010, Team Knight Rider. It's I think they did a like a Knight Rider with a sort of a Mad Max feel. In any case, lunchboxes. This was fucking awesome. I'm born in 71, 1982. This is mind-blowing. I love science fiction. I even love some of the old westerns, as I described. I knew the actor Edward Mulhern, I think his name is. Well, it stars David Hasselhoff as Michael Knight. William Daniels is the voice of Kit. He was the guy from St. Elsewhere, and I think he was a he played a couple of parts, but you'd recognize him. Edward Mulhern. I remember him from an old black and white TV show I used to watch as a kid. Some Ghost and Mrs. Murr or something like that. The other ones, they kept bringing back here and there, Patricia McPherson. But this was David Hasselhoff's shining moment. I mean, when you look at his career, I think he might be like a good guy in a sense, although he's had that trouble with his daughter. But holy shit, a talking car. A talking car that could do its own thing in self-drive. A talking car that could do its own thing and has special bulletproof. It's just amazing. Michael Knight is communicating with his watch. I went out and get digital watches. It's just everything you can imagine being 11 years old. In any kid's life, and even going into certain details of mine, TV was a great escape. I had a great vivid imagination, and I would imagine everything, get the jackets like him. Just every model you can get your hands on. This is such an important show for me. So much love for it. And I look back and I don't know if this was a common thing. I mean, I remember Herbie the Love Bug, but to have a vehicle, self-driving, AI, you're talking with it, you become friends with it, you get to know it and love it. I don't know, been done like this. I guess you could say Robert the Robot to an extent. But this was modern. This was a guy fighting crime. It was perfection at the time. Granted, you got seasonal stuff. You got your two-parters here and there. But it was mostly self-contained stories. And I gotta admit, I'm 11 years old, but I bought it. I didn't think the opening was going to be important later on. So, for instance, the show starts... He's a detective, Michael Knight. Well, he's not Michael Knight, he's a detective. Michael Arthur Long, and he gets shot in the face. And this guy saves him. Billionaire Wilton Knight reconstructs his face. And he's Michael Knight, a man who doesn't exist. One man can make a difference, Michael. This is waved over. You're like, okay, this is what he looks like. Okay, I get it. But they bring back his twin. It's just fucking perfect. The Mirror Universe goatee mustache. Holy shit, the fun. Just like the Bionic Man, I don't understand. Like, looking back, I could see the flaws. I could see how it doesn't make sense in a way. But the heart is there. The effort, the bond, the writing was solid, and from the perspective of 11-year-old, I guess. I've gone back. I own the DVDs up to. I don't think I ever got season 4. But this is just awesome music. The intro, the models, the car kits. You remember, everybody's building models of that back in the day. You had they actually did a fucking thing with model glue. You had to get a fucking, I don't know, like a parent or something like that. There are people in the hallways of my building sniffing glue. That was a thing. But this was just fascinating to me. How deep down this rabbit hole I was. I had to watch the show. Every spin-off that came 3 years, even me and my friend watched them. Granted, some were okay. It's still the best explosion ever in TV is like Team Knight Rider. And there was some little things here and there about the other ones. But I go back and I watch this show and I smile and I get great feelings. And it's surprising at a weird time in my life where things weren't, I was just starting to understand the realities of my situation and what was going on. But wow, just talking car, kit. It's bulletproof. They have to come up with 2 parters to make it extreme. So there's a car, which was voiced by Peter Cullen, who does Optimus Prime. And Kit Car was his nemesis. He came back more than once. I think, did Garth come back more than once? His twin, who got out of jail, who Wilton Fisk made him look like his fucking son, creates a truck, the front of a tractor trailer. And because it's a formula for the paint or coating on Kit, so it's not actually a metal, I don't think. I think it's like they describe it maybe as a coated polymer. He steals the formula and puts it on this big rig truck. And he fucks Kit up, and Kit's got to get advancements. And the seasons, the cliffhanger at the end, you're wondering here and there. But for the most part, self-contained stories, a guy going around fighting crime, and his buddy is a car. It's just fucking awesome. The car is smart. It has feelings. Like there were moments where I was shocked as a kid, like, oh no, Yes, looking back, I could see the silliness of it, but it looked like so much fun. There's like I said, sometimes there's that heart is there. I go back, I watch The Bionic Man every fucking episode. It just doesn't matter, and I know some of them that don't make sense. This is just ridiculous. The guy is bionic, but anyway. 4 seasons, each season a certain progression to him. Maybe season 1 and 2 was the least noticeable, but he got like floating tires or spikes to grip ice or something like that. Then there was the big one where he got the pursuit mode upgrade, which was like the biggest. Season 4 was the intro was the car, like popping, things would pop out all over the place, and even that blew my fucking mind. Holy shit. And I have a natural talent, I guess, for driving. Just always been good at it, even since I was a young kid. I always imagined driving a kid. Imagine nowadays if I was that young and you have your tablets and your fucking Alexas and the in the cars. What you could do, you could have that now, except for the bulletproof. So, and it was made of Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. Very very interesting transition between the old Firebirds with the eagle on them, with the Firebird Phoenix on them, the No, it was the Cannibal Run. What was Smokey and the Bandit? You know, they were real popular and they had a real distinct look. This streamlined it, gave it a fucking moving light, and it's just black. Fucking genius. Genius. Everything is just awesome, giving me the the kid vibes again. And like I said, a surprising time where I was coming to understand what was going on, and that's why I love entertainment in a way. I mean, I know some of these actors and they're goofballs. It's just a job, but it does something for you. It gives you worlds to buffer and to through stories in our history we've learned things. We're not naive no more. We can understand it from this perspective. We get this storytelling knowledge, and it's just, you don't have to believe it's real, but the themes in there are strong. There's such a bond between Michael and Kit. It's unbelievable, even going back and looking at it. And the fucking actor Daniels was like, "Don't give me credit for playing Kit." I don't know, some actor thing. But great acting. Edward Mulhare as the leader of Flag is the what the fuck was Flag? Foundation for Law and Government. Awesome. Just like it reminds me of Oscar Goldman and head of OSI and Bionic Man. Just some great fun stuff. He pulls it off. There's this comic realness to him that just works. I mean, every once in a while you got a bad but they had, I think, they had Boy George. Was that the A team? I think the A team had Boy George, but he would do like, he tried to inject his music or his songs or his girlfriend's fucking bands or whatever. I mean, there was that there, but this just there was a crossover with, I think, Different Strokes, right? Just something like that. In any case, just imagine the promotion. You have a car, a TV show, it's a toy, remote control cars, hugely big, lunch boxes, backpacks, t-shirts, everything. This was fucking insane on another level. And at the time, I mean, I don't know, even looking back, it's like, this was genius. It's why isn't it going today? Why don't we have a solid show continuing this theme? I mean, it's just, what a day and age. We've got Westworld, Robot, fucking whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. But I heard it's good. So many themes are building on this, but this is a buddy cop show between a fucking detective who had plastic surgery, okay, but continuing his fight against crime, hired by an organization, given a car. I don't know why there aren't tons of shows. There was a motorcycle show that kind of mimicked it. Oh, what the fuck? Why was it? Obviously, had the helicopter show, but in the theme of an AI that had a sentience, that had a personality, that you got to know and love. You worried about him. Was he all right? Now, going back, I didn't, obviously, but you look at it from an 11-year-old. Just fascinating, fun, action, greatness. It's just not much more to say in that sense. There's little bits of greatness and performances, but they're solid enough. There is a real weight given by Edward Mulhare as he'll play it. I guess they changed it. They changed it up a little bit, much like Starsky and Hutch did. And I mean, they're earlier shows, but there was a sense of changing it, like second season, a little bit in the third season, and then the fourth season. I would love to see it come back, although David Hasselhoff is a little, I don't know. I hope he's doing well. But they did do a recent, was 2010, I think, and they redid it with a Mustang, I think, and it had like Transformer abilities, and it really fell short, but the heart was there. I saw David Hasselhoff at the funeral for the kid's mother, who's the new will be the new driver, let's say. And he gets into an argument with his son. Great casting. It looked perfect. But the car was like a Mustang, and it was able to transform into like Jeeps and pickup trucks. It was like too much nanotech, transformers, breaking apart particles, things. It just really, it didn't work at the time. Maybe it would work now. However, if you would have taken that concept and just given him a polymer plated car, even if it was a Mustang, I think it would have worked. I really do. There was too much going on with the technology, and it's just too busy. The concept was okay, like, so you can't be caught on the highway. You get spotted as a Mustang, you change into a Jeep or something, or a different model car. The color, color I can understand. Fucking convertible, not convertible, super pursuit, things pop out, new super pursuit mode. Awesome, I'm all for it. But that's why I think the continuation didn't work. And then it was just like botched pilot. It was a red fucking car. It was a weird car. It's just some bad shit attached to this. There might have been a comic book put out at one point. But at its heart, Knight Rider was a great, fun show. It had everything a young kid needed. Just great buddy action with a fucking car. It's just, I don't know how it worked, but it worked. David Hasselhoff is fucking awesome in it, charming. There's like I said, there's a air of authenticity when you have someone like Edward Mulhare in the part. And although they changed the tech girl, like second season, they brought her back. And, at that time, you always have a crush on attractive women, and I've always been into the classical black and white greats. There's a lot to love about the show, even if it gets a weird Glenn Lawson, rep, and especially with David Hasselhoff. But I can't see not checking it out if you never have. The theme music, I think it's Stu Phillips and Glenn Lawson did it, composed it or something. You got the pilot, the little twist. It really carries through, and you got fun, I think, from beginning to end, even with the vehicles, the changes, the car. Was it Goth? Goth, I think Goth was his name, right? But I don't know if Goth was the actual truck. What was it? Damn it. I don't know. Anyway, so I'll sum this up as saying 4 seasons of real awesome fun, great for kids of any age, cool themes, some fun stuff, a little bit of cheese in there, but it's David Hasselhoff at his finest. Really fun show, even if behind the scenes stuff was wacky. I don't know, maybe that makes it a better show. In any case, this is what you want to check out. It's just a fun ride, and I think you're going to get something out of it. Everybody will, to an extent. But, you never know. Stay healthy, everybody. Stay safe. My best to you and yours. Take care.